forget if there's like a little cover right here. Am I crossing my legs? Am I not crossing my legs?
Yes.
What's happening?
Well, good morning, good people. Good morning to you. Hi. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016, and filling in for Kelly today is Erin Andrews, everybody. I'm doing good. I like your little shimmy. You're Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, I love that song.
Getting in your blood. You're over here
Jason
dancing.
Derulo, right? That pumps me up. I do love it.
Yeah, I love Jason Derulo. He's really good. Matter of fact, for one of our a karaoke contest,
which I know you're good
Shaq,
at. Oh yeah.
I did Jason Derulo, and it was wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
What you gonna do with that big fat butt?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yes, that was very, very Dancing with the Stars, which we started up this past Monday. Did anyone tune in? It was awesome. It was fun to be back. I definitely have missed the Spanx and the Lady Gaga eyelashes. And you know Lisa Ashley, she does my makeup, and everybody's like covering your armpits and covering this, and it's a lot of self-tanner that goes into that show, and I'm not even dancing, which is bizarre.
Well, you're not the only one. All those dancers have self-tanner on too. But I'm curious, when it comes to that show for you, this is I think the 22nd season.
Yes.
22 seasons.
11 years it's been on.
So they do two seasons a year. But are you nervous every time you go back to it, or are you kind of like, oh, I'm kind of settled into this? It's like putting on an old pair of shoes.
Yeah, I was nervous the first show back. I mean, it was kind of crazy. It's been a hectic month, and Tom Bergeron, for him as well, he just lost his mother, so we were just like, oh, let's go back to work. And then you have all these amazing, talented, crazy dancers, and they're half naked running around, and you're like, you know what? This is a great job. But yeah, so I was a little nervous going back, but then you start to realize there's people that are about to dance in front of 12 million people with, like I said, half naked. So
and I saw Ginger Z this morning.
Yes, she was so
over at
good.
GMA, and she was amazing.
Did she say?
You know what she said to me, which blew my mind? She said to me, when I went out there, I thought I was going to be nervous, but I got up there and I felt like, I'm at home.
Really?
And I said, well, it's been nice working with you doing the weather, Ginger. You're going to be a dancer now. Like, she was like, I feel like I'm at home. I'm like, really? She goes, yes. She just felt so comfortable and so good about it.
Yeah, we have two current NFL players. Doug Flutie's also on, so retired NFL player. But we have Antonio Brown and Super Bowl MVP Von Miller. And you know what was cool is I walked right past Von right before he went on. And when I danced on the show, I felt like I was going to puke, and I was sweating so bad I was coming out of my shoe. I also wanted to spit and have someone chest bump me because I felt like very football player-ish. But I walked, I tried to do that with Vaughn, but then I wasn't wearing a bra, so I couldn't do it.
Was he looking nervous?
Yeah, well, that was the thing.
Well, he would have liked that if you were.
I walked past him, and I was like, all right, boy, let's go, like trying to be on the football field, and he was like full on looking ahead, like Cam Newton wasn't there to sack and throw down, but he's like, I'm going to throw down this cha-cha and let's go. It was hot. Like, I was into it. I was so pumped up. I loved it.
Hold on. Excuse me 1 second.
What?
I wonder if that's really what Von was saying to himself. Cam Newton, I took him down. I'm going to throw down this cha-cha.
And he did. He was adorable. But there was this one part during the dance where, like, all these flares went up. What song? Oh, the Pitbull song. Yeah, welcome to my house, baby. Yes. And anyways, are you Broncos fans? Oh, no, I saw the orange and blue. But I saw, so these flares were coming up, and it shocked me, and then he bounced a little bit. But it was cool.
But for any time you do something that's not in your necessarily what you feel is your wheelhouse, you are nervous. So I'm pretty sure he's nervous, Antonio Brown. Everybody thinks because you do things in front of an audience that it's just natural for you to go out there and it really is no big deal.
Right.
But there's a certain sense of fear of failure that you have because it's not something you do every day.
Exactly.
So I take my hat off to everybody who goes on that show and who dances because I can't do it.
And you lose 15 to 20 pounds, and it's the greatest moment of your life.
You lose a lot of weight doing that show.
I look like a 12-year-old boy after I did that show. You lose everything. Yeah, I look
a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, like hadn't gone through puberty. It was a lot. But great news. I will take my stomach back any day. It was so fantastic, and I remember my final show, Emmett Smith came, and I was in this two-piece, and we were all padded out, because like I said, you lose everything, but my abs were on point. I glued a sequin in my belly button, and I didn't take it out for like 5 days. It was everything. It's like, yes.
Isn't this something we have some nice abs?
What? Yeah, I wish it would come back.
Magic Mike, I wanted to walk around butt naked everywhere.
I know.
I found myself like flexing for no reason, like.
Absolutely.
Could I get a latte?
I felt like Giselle. It was like the greatest thing, and that's what it's like to be her. Tom, look at me.
And, you know, speaking of sports.
Yes.
Two things. One, you know, I'm very honored because you get a lot of calls about somebody wants to come to the show.
Okay.
And it's usually an athlete or something like that, or they want their family to come. And we got a call yesterday. Constance got a call yesterday. And the guy introduced himself, and he goes, you know, my daughter, Michelle, is there, and I think his granddaughter is here.
Okay.
And they really want to come see Michael, and I don't even know if you know who I am. And he gave his name, and Constance and I both were like,
who is it?
Roger Staubach.
No!
Like the legend,
Roger Staubach.
Yes. So his daughter is here.
Oh, where?
And I'm so excited. Michelle, where are you? Are you somewhere?
Oh, cute.
There she is over
Hi.
there. Yeah. So now, and a lot of people.
So fun.
But a lot of, yes, by far, definitely. And a lot of people think about success in sports as, you know, you go from sports and you, like on TV like I am now, they go, you're so successful, Michael. No, look up the story of Roger Staubach.
Yes.
I mean, brilliant man, extremely successful, and a great role model for not just the athlete, but for anybody who wants to live an honorable life and be a part of the community and do great things. And so, Michelle, we're honored to have you here.
Quick story about your dad.
Oh, you have a Roger Staubach story?
Oh, yeah. So, obviously on Fox, get to do games with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, obviously. And one of the coolest things for me is on a Saturday, we are in our meeting room getting ready for the game, and A Football Life came on with your dad. And so I sat and I got to watch that with Troy Aikman in the room. I'm getting goosebumps, which means I'm going to have to shave my legs again. That's annoying. But
we found out so much about you on the show.
Sorry.
You're open.
But let's get back to her dad. So then, like, the show comes on, but then during the commercial breaks, what was so cool is Troy would then talk more about your dad and fill in the story. And it was like, I was texting my dad the whole time being like, this is the most unbelievable thing of my life. We're watching this Roger Staubach thing with Troy Aikman. Anyways, now I have to shave my legs. It was just a cool moment. So awesome to see you.
But I definitely get it.
So isn't it amazing? Now, every single day you look at Twitter or social media and it's a different day. National Coffee Day, National Lasagna Day.
Yeah.
Today's National Puppy Day. Come in. Do you have a dog?
I used to. I don't have a dog anymore because I travel too much.
Same.
I used to have puppies.
Yeah, same.
Well, they weren't puppies. They were big dogs, though.
What kind?
A Great Dane, an Akita, an Old English Mastiff.
Oh, Akitas are adorable.
Yeah.
So we're a Golden Retriever family, the Andrews family.
I like a Golden Retriever.
I love them, and I would love to have one now, and that's the kind of way my boyfriend and I cheer each other up. Like, if he has a bad game or loses or I, you know, don't do well in a broadcast, we send each other Instagrams of Golden Retriever puppies.
I honestly thought you were going to say we buy each other a puppy. I'm like,
we can't even
how many
have a dog.
puppies could you have
right
now?
So this photo.
What in the world is that? What?
So this is our dance recital costumes. That's my sister on the right, Kendra. That's our Golden Retriever, Ashley. We were doing our jazz routine, You Can't Touch This, and Ashley was wearing our leg warmers. But yeah, this was a Christmas card in the Andrews household. So our dogs are our life. Oh, that's Ashley when she was a baby.
Oh.
Weird, my hair was brown then. So odd.
So odd, yes. You know, you natural blondes. Natural blondes just blow my mind.
Okay, wait, quick story about our dog.
But before we do that, because we do go back one time, I have to see this costume this one more time. That's Erin on the left.
That's me, far left.
That's
the
Erin.
tall, gangly thing.
You know, the dyed brown, black hair is throwing you off. She's naturally a blonde.
I would also like to comment on those bangs that I had. I feel like there was a whole can of Aquanet or Rave used. Then it got on the bathroom door, as my mom would get so ticked off about. Yeah, that was effort.
I didn't have a Jerry curl, let's say, but no, it wasn't Jerry. A full Jerry curl is like when it's all that is dripping on your headrest. Mine was just on top.
Okay.
And yeah, but then you have to be careful because you'll mess up your jacket and your hoods, everything.
Yeah, yeah. Do we have a photo of the Jerry curl?
Nope, we don't.
Come on!
Show me one. We don't have one.
We showed my Bieber bangs.
I know. That.
But that's not really a Jerry curl, is it?
I honestly was like, I know they don't have a picture of me with a Jerry curl. That was pretty good.
Not to sound ignorant, but the bang situation for me would take a good 10 to 15 because especially if you couldn't get it right, then you'd have to re-wet it and do it over. And then if you burned yourself here, that was very dramatic. How long does it take to do the perfect curl for you back in the day? I don't know anything about it.
Well, the perfect curl, well, you had to put a little moisture. Well, that right there took about 30 seconds of clipping on a rug. But back in the day, you know, you had to put, what they call activator? Like you had to do all that, and then you had to make sure the curls were just right in the right spot.
So
it would be a good 10-minute process. You don't hand roll them because the way you process your hair, it naturally rolls.
That's annoying.
And plus, you know, for my family, my mom has good hair, so I kind of inherited that. You know what I'm saying? So it naturally curls when you put they call it activator. Yeah. Activator, activate, and then your hair curls.
There's so many things that come back now in fashion. Like you're seeing a lot of the drop crotch pants. You're seeing a lot of stuff with the 90s come back. Do you think the Jerry curl will come back?
Some people never let it go. Some people never let it go. I think the Jerry curl I don't know if it's coming back. That messes up a lot of clothes. You know.
It does?
Yeah.
Really?
It's oily, greasy. It's all over the place.
Yeah, but so does self-tanner.
Yeah.
A lot of bed sheets.
Well, self-tanner's gone. Self-tanner's going nowhere.
What do you mean it's going nowhere?
Self-tanner's going nowhere. Nobody's going to stop using self-tanner.
I wish the smell would go somewhere. That just affects everything. The armpits. We learned that on Dancing with the Stars.
You learn stuff as you get older. And as a black man, I've never needed self-tanner. And
which is also annoying.
But you learn, because you're sitting around, and my fellow black man over there going, you're right, Michael, I didn't know nothing about it till recently. But you're sitting there and you're going, what is that smell?
It is awful. Hey, on Dancing with the Stars, so everyone is coded because they want them to look very Brazilian, very healthy, very exotic. And then that's what you feel like when these amazing people come next to you and you're interviewing them and they're like, is that me?
Yeah.
But it gets up in your business and then it just affects your pH balance, and I feel like we should go in together on a deodorant for people that use self-tanner because something needs to change. And it's going to be called Something Needs to Change.
Yes, something needs to change.
Powder Fresh.
Yes, and for 50% of our business, give us $20 million, Sharks. But that is true. But it's amazing, and I know the athletes. I know how the athletes do it because we do it on the football field.
What?
We lotion up. You know, you lotion
really?
up you lotion up your arm before you go out.
So when you glide,
it ain't nothing about gliding. It's about walking out there and seeing some cuts. You know.
I never knew this.
You didn't know we used to put lotion and Vaseline on your arm?
Just so for those pregame shots, you look sassy?
It has nothing to do with somebody trying to grab you. It has everything to do with your arms looking good.
Hey, speaking of arms looking good and just smelling good, and I don't know if you smelled him, but I remember standing next to you at the NFC Championship with Cam Newton running in for a touchdown.
I was not smelling Cam Newton.
I do. He smells fantastic.
Hold on. You just said he ran in for a touchdown, and he was sweating stanky, and he smelled...
No, I never said that. I said you and I were standing together when he ran in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
One of the biggest, most gorgeous...
And he still smelled good?
I wasn't smelling him, but it made me think of you because we were standing together, but then I was thinking of athletes that take care of themselves and are very well manicured and lotioned up. You got to smell him next time. I'm not kidding.
Cam, if you do see this, do not be alarmed if I'm like, hey, Cam, how you doing, man?
And we'll have a new deodorant coming out for you if you want to try self-tanner.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
Guess what? That was not on any of these papers they gave me this morning.
We actually didn't get to any of these papers.
Sorry, Gelman.
Yeah, but you had a good flight in yesterday. You had a good day yesterday.
It was good. It was good. I tried to watch a movie, but I feel like I've watched all of them on Delta. So it was easy breezy.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you. It means a lot.
Thanks. And, we got a big show today, everybody. I think one of our favorite guys, people get so excited around here when this guy is here.
Very
I get
true.
excited because he's so cool. He's so nice.
Good looking.
And he's so talented. And you said good looking. Jake Gyllenhaal is here, everybody.
And we're going to have a performance from the lovely, beautiful, luxurious Trisha Yearwood.
Trisha. Yeah, she's performing from that Fox show, The Passion, that aired last week, which was awesome. And we're going to continue our preview of the New York Auto Show with a look at the newest sedans. So that's going to be great. Alan Taylor's back with us for that. And, you know, cover up your drink there. We got to get ready to go. We're going to kick this party off.
You love a sedan.
I love a sedan. I need a lot of leg room. It is time for our Happy Dance Travel Tribute.